Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic. We are in Dustwallow Marsh, and last time we were actually working on helping Jarl, who was at the Swamplight Manor in Witch Hill. But it turns out that for this quest, Jarl needs a blade. The Moonsteel blade that we need, it isn't something that we can just get from a blacksmith NPC in the game like I kind of thought it was. No, they mean an actual blacksmith, a player with the blacksmith crafting profession, which simply means it's another thing like the Hillman's Cloak that they want us to buy off the auction house. I haven't investigated prices yet because I haven't been to an auction house. I don't really care for quests that are like that. I understand that the impetus must have been to drive people to those professions and to be social, but what ends up happening in reality is that you end up paying a huge price of gold on the auction house. The Hillman's Cloaks were going for 40 gold apiece for that quest, and we'll see what the Moonsteel blades go for, but I'm not too interested in finding out right away because it's probably going to be quite a bit. And so instead, we are at the border of the Barrens and Dustwallow Marsh, and we're going to investigate the Shady Rest Inn, which we learned a little bit about from the captain back in Theramore. I think we just need to click on objects here. Okay, yep, there's a black shield. An iron shield, blackened by the fire that raged through the inn, is affixed to the crumbling chimney, one of the few remaining parts of the structure that once made up the Shady Rest Inn. The shield can be removed from the brick of the chimney. Bring the blackened iron shield to Captain Garen Vimes in Theramore. Now, if I remember correctly, I thought there were more items here. Yeah, see, there's this sword embedded in the wall here. We can't click on it yet. It's possible that we have to go back with this initial quest and then they're going to send us back out here again. Oh look, nope, there's a Theramore guard badge. Lieutenant Pavel Wreath. A glint of light on the ground catches your eye from underneath the rubble. Brushing away the debris and ash caked onto the object reveals the insignia of a gold anchor on white enameled on the surface. Am I crazy, or is this sentence totally horrible? Brushing away debris and ash caked onto the object reveals the insignia of a gold anchor on white enamel. Maybe it's supposed to be enamel, not enameled. On the surface, the sign of Theramore, that's the point. Horrible sentence writing and lack of editing notwithstanding. Underneath the anchor is embossed the name Lieutenant Pavel Wreath. Okay, long and short of that was that we got somebody's guard badge. And I don't know if there's going to be anything else here. Let's give a little bit of a look around. I remember when I originally did these quests missing something. There's crates here we can't click. There's the sign. Nothing out this way. There's a banner over here and some skeletons hanging from what used to be the road sign. Seems ominous, but apparently of no interest to us. There's another banner back that way. So look behind the building. See random eggs here, maybe raptor eggs. More skeletons. Are we actually picking up any of this? Yeah, Wreath's badge. Quest item. I don't see the shield. So there's that. I have a feeling that we're going to have to come basically right back out here. unfortunately. It's quite a long run, even with a mount. And if we didn't have a mount, it would probably be tier worthy. But we'll run back. Actually, you know what? We can hearth back this one time. But I already know that someone is screaming at me that I'm missing something, and it's like really bothering me, but I'm just crossing my fingers that we just have to come back out here anyway. Look, there's so many things around that you think could be clues to what happened. Like the sword here, for sure I remember clicking on at some point. But let's turn this one in and let's see what we get. Might as well put our buffs back up during some downtime. And yes, I'm always going to turn the wrong way first when I come into this building. That's just kind of a thing that I do.
Well met.
Have you found evidence from the site of the Shady Rest Inn? Oh, we have. I'm no expert with the construction of arms and armor. Their use, yes, but not their making. The shield seems as ordinary as any, excepting the damage from the fire that engulfed the inn. Sorry I can't be of much help, but I can refer you to someone who would be. Kaz Two-Sprocket, one of our best blacksmiths, works the forge at the smithy. Take the shield to him, see what he can tell you.
Light bless you.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Light be with you.
And then the badge. It's never good news when a guard's badge is brought to me. Sometimes it's a man or woman who's fallen in battle and I'm left to bring the news to the grieving family. Other times we never find out what happened to them, and other times it's even worse than that. I don't recognize the name Lieutenant Pavel Reith. Your best bet would be to check with Adjutant Tesoren. He keeps track of all the records for the Theramore Guard, from personnel to their equipment. He should be able to tell you who this Reith is with a quick check of his books.
For the Alliance.
Oh look, he is 10 feet from us and probably heard us talking. I don't know why this guy couldn't snap his fingers and call out to this guy.
Greetings.
You'd like information about a specific member of Theramore Guard? Reith, was it? Just give me a moment to find the right book. Red Inn, Red Path, here it is. Lieutenant Pavel Reith. Joined the Theramore Guard along with most of the recruits that came across the sea with Lady Proudmoore. Enlisted with the Marines of Kulturas at the age of 16. Distinguished service. Promotions. Listed as missing.
See you around. King's honor, friend.
Missing? That would be Tesoren's kind of way of saying traitor. Or his kind way of saying traitor. No doubt he's one of those fools so blindly loyal to Admiral Dalen that he turned traitor. Isn't that a delicious irony? The deserters accuse us of betraying the Alliance. It has been a struggle maintaining a presence in the marsh, but through strength of our resolve, we have been able to maintain several defensive watchtowers throughout the area. The latest information and scouting reports I have received indicate that a group of deserters has squatted in our abandoned tower at Lost Point, southeast of the inn. The deserters' leader is a man named Jackin. See if you can get some information out of him. Be warned, he may be a tough nut to crack. Alright, southeast of the inn. Of the Shady Rest Inn? I'm assuming? Not the inn here?
Be careful.
Okay. Some callbacks there to Warcraft 3 lore and events with Admiral Dalen Proudmoore. And eventually here we'll get to talk to Jaina, which is the exciting thing about being able to quest in Theramore. Who doesn't want to interact with Jaina? And the black shield we need to get over to the blacksmith. Should be around the corner over here. I'm assuming. At least that's where the armor vendors and armor crafters are at. Would make sense that they'd put him near the same place. There we go.
Hi, how are you?
Interesting piece of iron you have here. Definitely not made by any of the blacksmith I know over on this side of the sea, and it's certainly not my work. Ah, I almost missed this. The leather strap on the back must have burned off, but it seems like it was made to fit a large person. I'd guess a torrent, actually. That's about all I could tell you. Tell Captain Vimes I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
Alrighty then.
Run back and talk to the captain again. At least this guy wasn't 4 feet away like last time.
Greetings.
That's not much information to work on, but we'll have to keep it in mind. Hopefully, some of the other pieces of this mystery will fall into place and paint a more helpful picture of what happened.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay, hopefully some of the other pieces of this mystery will fall into place and we'll know what happened. Southeast of the inn. Okay, well, I guess we're running back out to the inn. And we're going to look southeast of it for the Lost Tower. Or the Tower of Lost Point. Is that what we called it? We're going to do that as soon as we find our way out of this building. So maybe somewhere down in this area? That is quite a run. I'm gonna spare you guys that, and I think I might stop at that Shady Rest Inn and just kind of check and make sure none of those other items are clickable yet. And then we'll go from there exploring to the southeast of it. Alright, well, I wasn't able to see anything at the Shady Rest Inn that had become clickable, so we're just going to pursue this lead to the southeast. A Lost Point Tower. Okay, which tower is it? Well, this is Lost Point. These guys are deserters, but they're friendly to us. Belos Jackin, however, is not. Are these guys going to be pissed if we fight this guy? It's also not dismounting us on this. Well, we're about to find out if this is going to royally piss them off. No, they seem cool with it. Might be a different story after we kill the guy. Oh, we don't kill him. He gives up. That makes sense. Wait. Oh, okay. Alright, we surrender. Just put your weapons down, I'll cooperate. Well, there was no we, buddy. We were leaving everyone else alone, but...
How are you?
I'll point out that, like...
You need something?
in immersion-breaking fashion, all of these
Hello.
deserters have the exact same face, hair, beard. They're all the same guy. Like, you couldn't be troubled to maybe change some hair color or randomize these guys just a little bit. Every single one of them has to look exactly the same. Like, I don't even know. That's a level of either oversight or laziness that I don't even comprehend. But yeah, very, very immersion breaking. Like, okay. Anyway, moving on. Did Vimes send you? Couldn't do his dirty work himself, could he? Wreath? That coward. We threw him out of camp because he insisted on raiding the supplies of the ogres up at Brackenwall Village. We're not so many in number that we could stand up to those mindless brutes. He crossed the line one too many times, so we left him to fend for himself. Now, I helped you out, so why don't you help us out and forget you bumped into us? Yeah, it's hard to forget when you bump into a tower full of clones. Very, very hard to forget. We've discovered Lost Point Tower, we've discovered the Shady Rest Inn, but we don't get a single reveal on the map for all of those places that we've supposedly revealed. Very awesome. Let me guess. We're running back to Theramore again. This has become kind of like the fetchiest of fetch quests. First we were running back and forth in Theramore, and now we are actually having to run back and forth from all the way out here. I will again spare you guys that run. Alright, let's see if Captain Vimes is sick of us yet.
Need help? What can I do for you?
I will send Lieutenant Caldwell to deal with the deserters at Lost Point. In addition, I will instruct him to find Wreath. The Marshal is not so big and trackless that he should be unable to find him. Oh, the marsh is not so big and trackless. Okay.
The Alliance.
Excuse me? So... Once again, we get to a point in a quest chain where it really seems like they would ask us to do the follow-up thing, and then he doesn't. He's gonna ask someone else to do it, which doesn't really leave us anywhere. Alright. Awesome. That really only leaves us with Mudrock, Soup and Bugs, and Jarl Needs a Blade. Neither of which are the most interesting of quests, seeing as how one we're going to buy from an auction house, and one we're just going to farm turtles for an hour. Let's just take a look outside and make sure that nobody has any other quests for us. I find it really hard to believe that we're not missing something, and it's entirely possible that I'm missing quite a few things to do with the Shady Rest Inn. It's really odd to me that these quest chains just end. He's like, yeah, there's this follow-up thing, but listen, I'll have somebody else do it. Just like when we weren't asked to go on the kill quest, that it seemed like they were queuing up for us.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I mean, here's Smiling Jim. He doesn't have anything else to say. No more information about the trader or anything like that. I'll do a quick circuit of the town here. You'd think he'd either ask us to clean up the deserters or to help track down the guy we were looking for. Like, he doesn't understand. We came to him because we were looking for the guy to solve the mystery, complete the quest, get the experience, etc. Now he's just kind of like, no, you know, we don't need you. It's the first time in our questing history that a quest giver has told us that they're not going to give us a quest. Well, I mean, I guess technically the second time from the same guy. Yeah, there's nobody else here who has anything for us, so that kind of leaves me at a loss. It's going to be a short and boring episode with literally zero combat at all. Okay. Well, let's see. I guess the next thing that I'm going to do is I'll just take care of the forked Mudrock tongues. We can do that. And then we need to visit an auction house to see if we can purchase a Moonsteel broadsword. Again, not terribly interesting. Very confusing. It could be a sign, and that sign could say, go to a different zone. That's a possibility. We could wrap things up here, such as they are, and we could head to see if we can do anything in Desolus. And there's a couple other places that you guys have recommended that we might be able to check. So I suppose that's what we'll do. Yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll call it here. If I sound confused, it's because I am a little bit confused. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I missed anything at the Shady Rest Inn. I would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here soon.